Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to answer all your questions in the previous video that I made regarding PhD. So let's start. The first question here is that do you have to write GRE? In Australia, you don't need to write GRE, you have to just write IELTS. GRE is asked in other countries like USA, UK, or I think Canada as well. But in Australia, you don't need GRE, you need IELTS. Another question is, did you apply for scholarship after getting selected for PhD or before getting selected for PhD? I think I have explained this quite better in that video, in my PhD in Australia video. It's a simple chain that you email your supervisor if he wants to take you as his or her PhD student. Then you will get an email, then you have to apply, and that is the same application process that you do initially. You have to just do it once. That application automatically goes for the scholarship round as well, and then you get the email whether you have got the scholarship. If you have, which scholarship have you gotten. Another question is, when do you get the scholarship? How long does it take to get in your account after getting in university? So it takes around 14 to 20 days to come into your account after enrolling into your university. So there is a fixed day in which the scholarship comes. So when you join the university, then next of that day you will get your scholarship. That can be between 12 to 20 days. Another question is how much money you should have before catching flight to Australia from India minimum. It depends. If you have already booked your room and paid the rent, then you should have at least 1000 Australian dollars or 50,000 rupees with you for those 14 to 15 days or 20 days that you have to live without the scholarship. And if you are planning to stay in Airbnbs first or search rooms there or pay after reaching there, then add that extra money into this $1000. Next question is, do you convert INR to Australian dollars before catching the flight or after reaching there? It's better to convert your currency here, but there is one more suggestion I can give you. If you have somebody in Australia, a friend, a relative, anybody from whom you can borrow some money, then it's better to borrow $500 $700 from them, because it will save you from the exchange rate and therefore you will save some money. If you do this, then carry around $300 $500 with you still. All of it may seem lame questions. Oh no, these are not lame questions at all. These are very genuine questions, and I'm very much sure that these questions are going to help a lot of other people as well. Another doubt is that what do you think are the chances for someone who doesn't have a solid research work or any published paper in masters? To answer this, CV matters. You know that if your supervisor wants to take you with his fund, then you don't need any published paper. Or if he has industrial project, even then industry funds you, so you don't need paper. But if you go into the competitive scholarship, then your CV definitely needs something to get you that scholarship. Another question is that if I'm planning to do PhD after 1 or 2 years of gap, can I apply? I mean, we have gap in studies. If you have a valid reason for the gap, then it's fine. But if you don't, then definitely it's gonna create some issue, especially in visa and a little bit in scholarship as well. So even if you are taking a gap, then be mindful of the reason you're gonna give. Another question is, do we need to show funds even after getting scholarship? I have answered this question already, that you can make an affidavit stating that you get a scholarship, and you can also attach that scholarship confirmation that we get from our university. Now there are a few more questions. That first question by one she is, how much stipend do you get and how much you save? I have already made a video regarding this, you can check that out. I will link it somewhere. Another question is, do you do some extra job along with PhD like teaching, tutoring, or mark sheet checking, etc.? If you do, then how much can you make from such jobs? Yes, you can do these jobs. These are some casual academic jobs that we do in our university. You can make pretty fair money if you get those many jobs and those many hours of work. But you can earn your monthly living expense. Third is, how is the workload? I would say it's pretty chill. The work culture in Australia is pretty chill. How would you rate your lifestyle, living, earning, etc.? Lifestyle, pretty fine, living fine, but too expensive. Earning is okayish too, but very expensive. Sydney is very, very, very expensive to live. Fourth is, what things upcoming students should keep in mind before landing for PhD in Australia. Give some tips that can be helpful for upcoming students, things that you did before starting your PhD and you found helpful, and also include things that you felt regret. The only advice that I can think of right now is that the work culture, as I told you, is quite chill there. So it sometimes gets really hard to keep a track of your progress in PhD. Months pass by quite easily, and you don't realize that the time is passing by really fast. So you'll have to keep a track of that. Another suggestion would be about money, that be extra careful when you spend money. I wouldn't say that you should not have fun or just stop going anywhere, not at all. Go out there, see the places. You will find that Australia is too beautiful. Still be very calculative of where you are spending money. That's it. I can't think of anything else right now. What kind of hurdles you faced before and after joining PhD, for what things we must be prepared of. Before PhD, I think I have discussed in the video that I was emailing and I didn't have paper earlier. So after joining PhD, one of the hurdles that people commonly face is in communicating. In your lab, you might have many people from different countries, and you might find it a little difficult to go and talk to them and communicate and ask your doubts. But slowly, I think you should keep learning to communicate. Just go to them, no matter if you don't communicate very well for the first time, then it's okay. You have to go again and talk to them. The more you will communicate with those people, the easier your PhD will get. And that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. If this was, then like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and see you next time.